Find out what area Democrats have to say about Biden's bus tour making a stop in Erie County.
Vice President Mike Pence was in PA today trying to keep himself and the president in the White House. Customers and employees were forced to evacuate a local Walmart after a fire broke out inside.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Action News at 11.
New tonight at 11, presidential candidate Joe Biden's campaign tour made a stop in Erie this evening. Chelsea Swift has more on what the Attorney General and area Democrats have to say about the upcoming election and their hopes of putting Biden in the White House. Jet 24 is your local election headquarters.
Attorney General Josh Shapiro and Democratic candidate for Auditor General Nina Ahmed were joined by local Democratic candidates and members of the Erie community at Lavery Brewing Company. Attorney General Josh Shapiro says the Biden campaign has invested heavily in Erie County.
Erie County is so critically important in arguably the most important state in the nation to determine the future of our democracy and who's the next president. I think as Erie County goes, so will go the Commonwealth and so will go the country.
And Democratic candidate for Congress Kristi Gonibus agrees, saying there are 17 days left for people to get out and vote.
Any way that we can expand voter access, to me, is a great thing. So it's great because if you're worried about the mail-in, you can literally go to the county elections court in the courthouse, vote right there, and turn it in and be done.
County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper says despite this being a difficult year to campaign, this bus tour is all about getting people excited to vote.
It's been a very strange political campaign during COVID, but these events help to get people energized for this final push of getting out the vote. That's what it's all about at this point.
And one member of the community says he's been working at the Democratic headquarters. He says it's been busy for the past couple of weeks.
The phone's ringing off the hook. People are coming in, 10, 20 people an hour. We've gotten tons of money in donations, people asking how they can help. We've never, ever had more people wanting to volunteer.
Chelsea Swift, Jet 24 Action News.
With a general election just over 2 weeks away, the leaders of the Democratic and Republican parties say they know they will likely have to win Pennsylvania to win the White House. Reporter Andy Mahalchik has more on Vice President Mike Pence's stop in Reading and how he plans to keep himself and President Trump in the White House.
Some polls in Pennsylvania have Joe Biden with a double-digit lead over President Trump in Pennsylvania. Are you concerned about that 17 days away from the election, and what's your reaction to it?
Well, I think the people of Pennsylvania said yes to President Donald Trump in 2016, and the enthusiasm that we saw here in Reading today and that we're seeing all across the state convinces me that the people of Pennsylvania are going to vote for 4 more years of President Donald Trump.
The vice president also defended the administration's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and talked about a potential vaccine.
And the best news, Andy, is that we believe it's just a matter of weeks away from having the first safe and effective coronavirus vaccine, and to be able to distribute that with millions of doses even before the end of this year.
And another issue in this campaign, COVID-19 stimulus relief. I asked the vice president if he believes a deal with Congress can be reached sooner rather than later.
President Trump will continue to call on the Congress, Democrats in Congress, to come to the table and negotiate on a new recovery bill. Now, we've been moving. The president's put $1.8 trillion on the table. We're prepared to provide additional support to families, to businesses.
That was Andy Mahalchik reporting. Local Republicans are working hard to keep President Trump in the White House. They gathered this morning at the Trump Victory headquarters and went knocking on doors. Republican County Councilman Brian Schenk says the folks knocking on doors use maps and an app that allows them to see if the people's doors they're knocking on are Republican or Democrats. Schenk says door knocking can be an effective campaign strategy.
Well, knocking on doors is a proven fact that it helps you at the polls. I mean, people want a piece of literature. They want to see somebody that actually cares and takes the time to really represent their politician.
Schenk adds they are reaching out to Republicans as well to ensure a strong party base will be voting for Donald Trump. Time is running out to register to vote in the 2020 election. Monday, October 19th, is the final day to register to vote. If you fail to register, you fail to be heard in this important presidential election. There is still time to get a mail-in ballot, or you can vote in person Tuesday, November 3rd. If you have questions, call the Erie County Elections Office at 814-451-6275. And for all your election news as Election Day approaches, you can find the latest anytime by heading to our website, yourerie.com. Customers at the Harbor Creek Walmart were forced to evacuate the building after a fire broke out inside of the store. It's new tonight at 11 o'clock. Multiple fire crews responded to the Buffalo Road Walmart around 4 today after a fire broke out in a trash compactor in the back of the store. When crews arrived, smoke and fire was coming from that compactor. Customers inside the Walmart were evacuated for a time while crews put out the blaze. According to officials on scene, there was minor to moderate smoke damage. No injuries were reported. One person was sent to the hospital after a fire started in their kitchen. Erie fire crews were called to the 900 block of West 20th Street this afternoon. The fire started because food was burning on the stove. The person was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. Here now are the latest numbers concerning COVID-19 across the state, here in Erie County and the surrounding regions. The Erie County Department of Health is reporting 13 new positive cases of COVID-19. 1,857 people have now tested positive since March, and 53 people have died. Across the State Department of Health reporting 1,857 new COVID-19 cases today, bringing the statewide total to well over 180,000 cases. There were also 9 new deaths reported, bringing that total to 8,466. Crawford County reporting 379 cases. That's an increase of 5. Warren County reporting 59. Chautauqua County reporting 838. And Ashtabula County reports 705 cases. State Police and Perry Highway Hose Company were called to an early afternoon wreck today. The accident happened at Robinson Road West and Cherry Street Extension when a car sheared off a pole and ended up in the front lawn of a house. Both intersections were closed for a short time. No injuries were reported, and police continue to investigate. Coming up on Jet 24 Action News at 11, one local company is looking for over 100 people to fill up some job vacancies. That's after a first look at the forecast. Hey, Craig.
Hi, Brian. So temperatures fell pretty quickly through the first part of the evening, but